How to prove that a raised to power 3 minus b raised to power 3 is equal to a minus b, bracket open and close, a square plus ab plus b square. So before we start proving, if you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe to this channel for more of a likely video like this, and also try to share the video after you have able to gain from it. And also, it is highly important to try to watch the video to the end of the class. So in solving a question like this, we want to prove this is types of questions in polynomial, and this degree question we call it third degree equation. How do we do that? So the first thing you are going to do in proving this is that you want to prove this, that a raised to power 3 minus this. Now, for example, the question is in this form now, that a raised to power 3 minus b raised to power 3. What are the factors? What are the factors? Is equal to 0. So let's assume that a raised to power 3 is equal to b raised to power 3. By finding the cube root of the both sides, a will be equal to 3. So meaning that a minus b is a factor of a raised to power 3 minus b raised to power 3. So a minus b is a complete factor of a raised to power 3 minus b raised to power 3. So now you will now use this. You will now say that a raised to power 3 minus b raised to power 3 divide by a minus b. So how do you do this? So let's now divide this. So after getting the divisions of this, we are going to get it will reduce a raised to power 3 minus b raised to power 3 to second degree equation. So it will be very easy for you to factorize in a pure mathematics stage. So these are the format that you must understand before you solve it. So let's start solving now. So you try to draw a diagram like a raised to power 3 minus b raised to power 3. Let me try to so a raised to power 3 minus b raised to power 3. So this is, let me draw it again. Yeah. So a raised to power 3 minus b raised to power 3. You want to divide by a minus b. So the first, you have to listen carefully to this step. A divided by a raised to power 3 will give you a square. So let's multiply a square. A times a square will give us a raised to power 3. So minus b times a square to give us minus a square b. So what you are going to do here is you will subtract equation 2 from equation 1. So by the time you subtract this from this, it will turn to 0. By the time you subtract this, it will be minus b raised to power 3 minus b raised to power 3. Let me write it out. Minus b raised to power 3 minus a squared b. So to give you minus b raised to power 3 plus a squared b. But what next that you are going to do, you will rearrange it to be easy to divide, to have a squared b minus b raised to power 3. So now what you are now going to do is this. You now use a again to divide a square b. You know it is plus already. So a divided by a square b will give you plus ab. So that is, you now use the a again to multiply ab to give you a square b. You give the same value again. So let's now use minus b to multiply plus ab. It will give you minus ab square. So now, in giving you this, let's try to analyze it to make it meaningful. So in analyzing this, let's try to subtract the below equation from the above. So this is what you want to deal with. This is the minus. So therefore, a squared b minus a squared b will give us dash. So now, minus b raised to power 3 minus a squared b will give us, let me cancel this dash. So now be minus b raised to power 3 plus ab squared. So you try to turn the ab squared to be ab squared minus b raised to power 3. So this is what we need again now. So now this is, you are here to have a squared b. So a will now divide a b square. So it will give you, so what is, by the time we subtract this, we have, yes. So by the time the a divided with a b square, the final answer here will be b square. So it will be plus b square. As I've said earlier that, our answer here is ab square minus b cube. So by the time you use a to divide, what I'm just trying to explain is I will wrong it, ab square divided by a. This will cancel, it will remain plus b only. So that is what I'm just trying to explain. So it will remain plus b only. So which is, I've able to written the plus b. So now, let's now use a to multiply plus b square again. So let's use 9 to multiply a. So by the time you will now use a to multiply this, it will give us the same value again. To give us the same value, which is ab square, because we use a to multiply b square. Now, our answer there is b square. So you now use minus b from here, this minus b, to multiply plus b square. It will now give us minus b raised to power 3. So we write minus b raised to power 3. So you now subtract again. So by the time you subtract from here to here, it becomes dash. Minus b minus b plus b raised to power 3. Minus b raised to power 3 minus b raised to power 3 will give us minus b raised to power 3 plus b raised to power 3. That, so it has no remainder. So telling us that, so this thing is now telling us that the multiplications, let me just show you here. The multiplications of this and this is, let's call it here 1 and 2, will give us 3. That is just the meaning. The multiplication of this and this will give us 3. So let's write it out so you can get what I'm just trying to explain. That a minus b. We want to prove it now. We want to multiply with a squared plus ab plus b squared. So let's try to multiply it again. A times a, we have a cube. A times ab, we have plus a square b. A times this, we have plus AB square. So let's start from B. Minus A square B. Minus B times AB. So we have minus A. We have minus A B square. So minus B times plus B square, we have minus B raised to power 3. So meaning to us that you see that A square plus A square B minus A square B will turn to 0. So, and at the same time, A square B plus A square B minus A square B will also turn to 0, telling us that A raised to power 3 minus B raised to power 3 is the answer from this. It will be the same thing as A minus B to multiply A squared plus AB plus B squared. So we call this the proof of third degree equation. So this is how we prove third degree equation. If this is our proof, it has a meaning to you, subscribe to our channel and share this video to people that you believe they really need it. So thanks for watching this video.